كل امتحان لازم سؤال أقراه غلط مش عارفة في إيه بس أصلًا عادي يعني مش حاجة.
You know, like they always say that like being tested online is something, and being like having it in front of you on a printed paper is a completely different thing. But you have to practice, or like you have to get enough practicing for like testing your own eyes online, because you have to get used to it, because most probably the whole year will continue like this. Not only the first semester, but كمان like most probably the second one as well, the final exams and all of these stuff. So يعني if we don't get used to it, we might face some problems. But all in all, mashallah, like the grades of or the level of the class has been improved like 10 times better than the first quiz, for example. And I'm thankful. I'm really thankful for the efforts that you do. Thank you so much. If I show these results to the supervisor or to the administration, they would never believe that almost, I'm saying almost grade 10, like all of it, got above average, like to be considered from like starting from the very good to excellent level. So really, thank you. That's for yesterday's quiz. For today, inshallah, let me tell you that today and tomorrow, inshallah, we will finalize, or we will end chapter 18. Like, khalas, it's almost the end of the chapter. Today's class, in which we talk. Let me start sharing the screen first.
I'm sorry, but can I say something?
Nurhan, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, but today I will not be able to attend the lecture because I have to do some vitamin tests and go again to the hospital.
Oh, alf salama.
Myself.
So you're leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. Okay, no problem. No problem. Inshallah, the recorded class will be uploaded to Classera. By the way, last week's recorded classes, Classera didn't accept any of them, but I uploaded them to my Google, like my Drive. So I may share the link with you if you don't have a problem with that, because Classera sounds like to be acting crazy. So I may give you the link of my Drive, and you can watch it whensoever you want.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for informing me.
Goodbye.
And get well.
Yeah, inshallah.
Thank you. Okay, that was so sad. Where were we? Yes. As I was saying, that today and tomorrow, inshallah, will be the last classes of chapter 18. In this chapter, in chapter 18, we only have 3 problems, or 3 special problems with pronouns, and you already know them by heart, and you already don't commit these mistakes, or you don't face these problems that often, but we have to take the classes, or we have to take the lesson anyways. The first part of the lesson is that when to use who, whom, and whose. This is the first one. And the second one is using the pronouns with elliptical clauses, and this will be taken tomorrow. And after that, we will reach the end of our chapter. But before we go, let me just do or go as a quick reminder كده of what we had in our last grammar class. Last grammar class, we were talking about the objective pronouns and the possessive cases of pronouns, but we didn't answer any questions about the possessive cases of pronouns. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did not answer enough questions. So going in short, in reminding you of the possessive case, I just wanted to remind you of the difference between your and your. Like you are, I mean, the contraction of you are, like the subject and the verb. Here we go. Can you see the screen? The whiteboard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, the possessive or the most common problem or the most common mistake, and I have seen this with most of you, most of the students in our school, not only grade 10, but most of the students in our school commit this one mistake in which they don't really know the difference between you and, sorry, your and your. This is a problem. They don't know the difference between its and with the apostrophe. You have to understand that whenever you see an apostrophe, it means this is an abbreviation, this is a contraction. I mean by contraction, yani, this stands for a whole letter. Yani, whenever you see this, you have to understand that we're talking about two completely different words, two parts of speech. So this your means you are, I mean a subject and a verb, and this it's is what stands for it is, which is also a subject and a verb, while these are possessive pronouns in which they show the ownership of something. This is the only problem that you face while writing. The only problem is that when talking, the receiver or the listener or the audience will completely understand you when speaking. But when it comes to writing, you commit this spelling mistake and you get confused between using this your and this your. This is the only problem that you have. Whenever you face an apostrophe in the middle, you have to understand that this is a contraction. I mean, this stands for two completely different parts of speech. I mean, two completely different words, a subject and a verb. Where whenever you have it without any contraction, it means this is the original word by itself. Did you get my point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the problem most of you face, or this is the mistake that most of you already do. Other than this, we don't really seem to be having a problem with any other with any other thing that relates to the possessive pronouns or the possessive cases of pronouns. May I ask Carla to read the possessive case so that we can go directly and answer the questions?
Yeah, sure. The possessive case. One use of the possessive case is before gerund. A gerund is a verbal form ending in and ing that is used as a noun. Use the possessive case before gerunds. Examples: your outlining of the notes was sloppy. We objected to her insinuating that Kate insists on our attending the conference. Common error in the possessive case: be sure not to use apostrophe with a possessive pronoun because possessive already show or ownership spelling such as her, comma s, our, comma s, their, comma s, and your, comma s are incorrect. In addition, be sure not to confuse possessive pronouns and constructions that sounds alike. It's with apostrophe is the construction for it is or it has. It's without the apostrophe is a possessive pronoun that means belonging to it. Your is a constructing of you are. The possessive form of you is your. Possessive pronouns. The graph had served its purpose. don't forget your instructions. It's not likely to snow today. You're the only ones who were late for dinner today.
Yes, so the main, like in the possessive case, we have 2 points. We can summarize all of this in 2 points. Point number 1, whenever you have a gerund, use a possessive form of the pronoun before it. The second point, don't get confused between the possessive case and, the ones that show ownership. Don't get it confused between this and the other one, which is the contraction. When you have the apostrophe in the middle of the word, in which that shows that these are two completely separated words, a subject and a verb. Now, going to the questions, because we really need to have extra questions. Now, for the last time when we asked questions, I marked some names, those who didn't participate. And I'm going to start with Safia. Is Safia there? Safia?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Hi, Safia.
Hi.
Morning.
Mm,
Okay. So, Safia, have we answered? No, we didn't answer anything in these exercises. Am I right?
no.
Great. So we'll start
Answer practice 18, I think. 1C.
1C. I remember. We didn't answer the possessive cases. So 1D. Safia, we'll start with number 11.
Okay.
But first, we have to read each sentence, then write the correct pronoun from the choices in parentheses to complete each sentence. Safia, go with number 11.
I could be wrong, but isn't this locker mine?
Mine. Excellent. Isn't it mine? That's correct. The first choice. Because my has to be followed by another word, like it should be my locker. Isn't this my locker? But mine came at the end. So I need a pronoun that comes at the end without any other word following it and shows possessive at the same time. So it has to be mine. Thank you, Safia. Your answer is correct. So it should be mine. The second one I will ask, let me just highlight it for those. Okay, the second one I'm going to ask Shahad. Shahad answered. Sorry. Um, Salwa. Is Salwa there? Salwa? No, Salwa's not there. Then Salma.
Yeah.
Yes, Salma. 12. After graduation. Salma. Salma, we heard you at the beginning.
Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you now, though it's very low, but we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, that's better. Okay, 12. After graduation.
There are
Would you please read it first?
the senior usually store away their cap and groom.
And gown. So there, which one of them? The one that
There.
shows possessive, or they are that is a subject and a verb?
No, there.
There, the one that shows possessive. Correct.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So there. After graduation, the seniors usually store away their cap and gown. عقبالكم. Hopefully, inshallah, soon. Okay. The third one to ask, I'm going to ask no, someone from the other class. Ruqayya. Is Ruqayya there? Ruqayya?
Yes, Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go, Ruqayya. Number 3. You or your screen. brakes need to be repaired. Your, showing possessive. That's correct. True. Thank you. 14. Alan. Is Alan there?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Alan. Will you please answer number 14? I would like to know which of those houses is hers or is she?
Hers.
Hers. Perfect. Correct. Thank you. Next, I will ask Ruwaida. Ruwaida, are you there?
Richard asked Joe for his recipe.
For his recipe, not for him recipe. Correct. Thank you. Zahra. The soldiers.
The soldiers were given medals for their bravery.
Which one of them?
The first one.
The first one. Perfect. Because the second one is a subject and a verb, like stands for they are. This is a contraction, not a possessive word. Thank you. After Zahra, I'm going to ask Ruba. Ruba Al-Jahani. Ruba, is Ruba there? Ruba. Yes, Ruba's there, but she doesn't have a microphone. So, yeah, Ruba, you may write in the chat if you're willing to answer, of course. Ruba. Here we are. Ruba. Okay, Ruba's having a problem with the internet connection because she keeps like appearing and disappearing. Riman. Riman. Riman.
Yes, miss. Good morning.
Morning. Number 17.
Mine.
إيه ده على طول كده? Like read the sentence. I'm waiting for you to read the sentence.
Nelly claimed that the calculator was mine or mine.
Mine, correct. Yes. When to use my, when to use mine. Mine requires another word, like requires the owned or possessed item to be followed after it. But mine can come at the end of the sentence without any word, without any other word following it. Thank you. 18. Rahaf. Ping.
Ping was proud to hear them singing his song.
His song, correct. Possessive, true. Thank you, Rahaf. Ola. The handlers.
The handlers were related with our dog on the competition.
Our dog, correct. Our followed by the word or the possessed word, correct. The last one, number 20, I'm going to ask Nurhan Ayadi. Nurhan, are you there? Nurhan Adil. Nurhan. Go, ya Nurhan. The last one.
The hurricanes left destruction in the second one.
The second one. And it's wake, correct. Because the first one is a subject and a verb, and it's only in the contraction case. Thank you. By the way, the questions in the final exam may be similar to the ones I just shared. Similar to the ones that are already in your book. Hi, Nurhan. So maybe you can answer the comment question. Starting to answer the questions in the second page. page 473 for those who have the book. Writing possessive pronouns before gerunds. Read each sentence, then rewrite each sentence and include a correct possessive pronoun. Read your sentences to a partner اللي هو احنا partners. Yes, Ruba, I can see that your microphone isn't working. So Nurhan Adil will answer this question and you will answer the question that comes next, and you have to write the answers in the chat. Like, it's not a must to do it with a microphone, but I just want you to participate. Here we go. So Nurhan, the question says, Mr. Hale didn't like or did not like space reporting of the events. I want a possessive pronoun that comes or that is being used before the gerund. Again, number 1, Mr. Hale. You know what's really interesting about this is that whatsoever, because these sentences, the first maybe 5 sentences, you can use almost all the possessive pronouns because it's not specific. Like, it doesn't relate to any person in a specific. So I can say that Mr. Hale didn't like his reporting of the event, didn't like my reporting of the event, didn't like her reporting of the event, and all of them would be correct. His, correct. Well, you said correct. His can be correct, and almost all the possessive pronouns can be correct because in this case the sentence is not specific to a specific person, like it's not a certain one. So you need only to use a possessive pronoun before the gerund. 2, Ruba. Some people. Ruba said the second one, the students enjoyed my acting in the play. That's correct. Their acting in the play, his acting in the play, correct. Thank you so much, Ruba. I will go not to number 3, but I will go to number 7. Our friends disliked quarreling during the trip. Number 7. It's almost again the same. I may ask, Haya, is Haya there?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 7. Which possessive pronoun would you like to use?
His friends disliked his quarreling during the trip.
That's correct. Okay. So our friends disliked his quarreling during the trip. What I care for is that before any gerund like this one, reporting, this is a gerund. Acting gerund, following gerund, practicing gerund, saying gerund, rewriting gerund, quarreling gerund. Whenever you see a gerund, then it acts as a noun, and it has to be preceded by a possessive pronoun. Yes?
But it's friends. It's more than one.
It's more than one, but it refers like you may have more than one friend.
Oh, okay.
The possessive pronoun refers to who owns, not to the number of the own stuff. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Yeah. Someone is trying to get in, Sadine. Okay. So the main purpose of this question from 1 to 10 is that you have variety of options to use whatsoever possessive pronoun you may face, but it has to be there before a gerund. So before a gerund, use a possessive pronoun. Right. Correcting common errors in the possessive case, and this is very important. This is what I really want you to pay attention to. Practice 18-1F. Hajar is not there. Am I right? Hajar. I didn't see her name. Yes, she's not there. Type. Then I may ask Lean. Lean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
In this question, or this practice from 11 to 20, we're supposed to correct the common errors in the possessive case. I mean, the common mistake that appear in writing. The ones that we consider them more to be spelling mistakes than the grammar mistakes. This type of questions, Bennett, is very important because you may see or you may face such a thing in the SAT or in the final exam. So I want you to pay extra attention to questions from 11 to 20. So go, Lean. The question says, read each sentence, then rewrite each sentence and correct the error. So each one most probably includes an error. Okay, 11. Sandra?
Sandra believed her suggestions is the best.
Yeah.
Sandra
Where is the mistake? Or where's the error? Has, correct. That's true. How will you fix it?
Sandra believed their suggestion was the best.
Her, without the apostrophe s, because it already shows possessive and no need to have the apostrophe s. Thank you so much. Layan Ahmed.
Yes.
Yes. So number 12 says your essay must be rewritten by Friday. Where is the error? Your. How will you fix it?
It should be your without the apostrophe re.
Without the apostrophe re, it should be your.
Yes.
Am I right? True.
Yes.
True. If you pay attention to the sentence meaning, you would find your essay, like you are an essay, like you're not a human being anymore. Number 13. I'll ask, so we asked Lean and we asked Layan. Lana, and number 13. Lana. Hey, Lana. Let me hear your voice. Or write in the chat. Okay. Then I may ask Lena Ayman. Lena?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Lena, how you doing?
I'm good.
I noticed that you've been absent for a few days. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I don't usually sleep early. That's why, sorry.
Oh. We need to get that fixed.
Yeah, I really should.
Yeah. So Lena, number 13, Dawn.
Tom brought his new running shoes to the track.
Yep.
His.
What's the error? The error is in his.
Yeah.
Okay, how will you fix it?
Just remove the apostrophe.
Just remove the apostrophe. Correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lujaina. 14.
For the injured bird, getting help soon is its only chance. It's without apostrophe.
It's without the apostrophe because with the apostrophe, it's a contraction for it is, and it doesn't go with a sentence, so it's true. Thank you. Number 15, I'll ask Farah. Farah Ahmed.
Yes.
Yes. The backpack that you found is mine's. Where is the error?
The apostrophe S.
The apostrophe S. So how will we write it?
Remove the apostrophe S.
Without the apostrophe S, so it should be mine. Okay, correct. Thank you, Farah. Fariel,
Yeah.
remember not to?
Remember not to leave your jacket on the bus. Your without apostrophe R.
Your, I mean the one with the possessive, not the one with a subject and a verb, so it has to be your. Thank you. Judy Serafi.
Yes.
Hello. Number 17. It's likely.
The prize-winning science project is ours. Ours without the apostrophe.
Without the apostrophe. Is it the only one?
Prize-winning.
Let's just fix this fast. Our. Correct. Hours without the apostrophe. 18, 19, and 20 will go with the same concept or the same idea. This I will take a picture of the whole page and then I will upload it to your account for extra practice for whoever wants to have an extra practice. This is there in your books page, the following page, 470 something, 74, I guess.
74.
Yeah. So going to the difference or the common problems or special problems with the pronouns. As I already said, in the special problems with the pronouns, we only have two cases. The first case is the differences between or when to use who and when to use whom. And the second one is in the elliptical pronouns. So now we are dealing with who and whom and when to use them and when to use them correctly in a sentence. Does anyone have an idea? When to use who and when to use whom? Who and whom. And whose as well. Well, who is nominative case.
Miss, can I tell you?
Yes, go.
Whom should be used to refer to the object
Yes.
of a verb.
True.
And who should be used to refer to the subject.
Exactly. It's a nominative case, yani it's mostly refers or stands for a subject. True. And whose?
Possessive case.
Possessive case. Type. I found this video on Khan Academy. And I found it very interesting. Very short, precise, but it tells the whole thing. Shall we go watch it?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Can you see the screen? Can you see the Khan Academy website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, grammarians. Welcome to one of the thorniest fights in English usage today, the question of whether or not you should use who or whom in a sentence as a relative pronoun. So there's this basic idea that who is the subject form and whom is the object form, which means that if we're talking about someone who is the doer, then we say who, as in the spy who loved me, as opposed to someone who is the doee, the object, as in the spy whom I loved. You see, because in this sentence, who is the subject, and in this sentence, I is the subject, is the object, and whom is the object. I loved whom. In this sentence, I am doing the loving. In this sentence, it is the spy who is doing the loving. That's the basic rule. But this does not adequately reflect the way our culture actually uses and has used whom or who for some time. In many cases, it has become permissible to use who as an object. Let me show you. So the thing to remember is that the basic rule is a one-way street, because the way language is changing, whom is on its way out. I imagine in 50, 75, yeah, sure, a little bit, that nobody ever uses the pronoun.
Miss,
Yes.
the voice is lagging.
It's very like
Wallah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
we can hear you, but
Hear
the
the video now. It's lagging.
Let's give it another try.
Miss, can I say
Yes.
something about who and who? Like, I wanted to say who and
Sorry again.
can I say something about who and who? Because like something happened to my mic. I like stuff, but something happened to my mic.
Yes, but your voice is very like it has an echo and I can't really hear it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So who is usually followed by a verb, and whom, like before whom, there is usually a preposition, and after whom there is usually a complete sentence. Like, this is the man whom I told you about. Like after it should be a complete sentence.
True. True. That's true because it acts as an object. Whom it acts as an object, but it came in the it came at the beginning. Like it's a converted word order of the sentence. This is why it's followed by a complete sentence after it. Yani subject جاي بعدها subject and a verb. That's a very good notice and that's a very good note. Thank you. Let's give it a try. Here in this video, he's telling that maybe in few years we will not use whom anymore because we don't really use it in our day-to-day speech. We use who most often, and we don't use the conflicted word order or the converted word order while talking. This is a more formal way to talk. This is a more formal way to write. So if this is mainly or basically used in writing, it's not used in day-to-day speech, and this is why he said that maybe in few years we will not use it anymore. According to our book, we do have one simple rule that tells the difference between who and whom, and this simple rule is here. It says that who is a subject pronoun. It exactly acts or functions the same as he, she, and they. We use it to ask which person did an action, yani which person is the doer of the action, or which person is in a certain state. Like for example, who wrote that letter? Who is the manager? Who is going to prepare the dinner? So all of these questions we're asking about the doer of the action, not the receiver. So in this case we have to use who. Whom, on the other hand, is the object pronoun, like him, like her, like us. We use whom to ask which person received an action. Yeah, you're asking about the receiver of the action. To tell you, or there is this easy and interesting trick to get you out of the confusion. Some person is trying to get in. Yeah, Hajar, we missed you. Hajar. Okay, Hajar seems to be having an internet connection problem. Okay, so here we were talking, like to tell you a simple trick in order to differentiate between who and whom and whether it is used correctly in a sentence or not. Try replacing the word who with he, she, and they, like all the subject pronouns يعني in other words. If it works, then it is being used correctly. If it doesn't work and it doesn't make sense, then it's not correct. Again, replace who in a sentence with he, she, it, they, and so on. Yani replace it with subject pronouns. If it works and it gives the same meaning of the sentence, then your sentence is correct. The same goes with whom. Since it's an object pronoun, try to replace it with him, her, or us. If it works, then it is being used correctly. If it doesn't work, then it's not correct. So the main difference between the two of them is that who is a subject, whom is an object. Who is a subject pronoun, whom is an object pronoun. Yani what's common between the two of them is that the two of them are pronouns. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I want someone to read the examples of whom, or like to read whom in general.
Can I?
Go.
Whom is on its way out?
Oh, are you still there seeing the Khan Academy screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. احنا مشينا من هناك من بدري. Can you see my whiteboard?
Yes.
Yes. Now, please read the part that refers to whom, the one that is highlighted in here.
Whom is an object pronoun like him, her, and us. We use whom to ask which person received an action. Whom are you going to ask to the party? Whom did they choose as team captain? Whom did they summon?
Yes. So here, thank you, Rafran. So here we're asking about the receiver of the action, not the doer of the action. In these examples, I am inviting whom to the party. So it's the receiver of the action. I am the doer. Whom did they choose? They are. They is the doer. Yani this is the subject. Whom is the object, receiver, and so on. Whose is a possessive pronoun like his and our. It's all of it. Like it shows ownership. It shows possessiveness. It shows what belongs to who, and that's it. So the difference between the three of them, who, whom, and whose, as illustrated in our book. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the book, I mean.
Now we can see it, yeah.
Yes. Using who and whom correctly. Harder. Harder. طيب. جوري الجهني.
Yes.
Yes. Would you please read that part? Using who and whom correctly. In order
Okay, yeah. In order to decide when to use who or whom and the related forms whoever and whomever, you need to know how the pronoun is used in a sentence and what case is appropriate. Who is used for the nominative case, whom is used for the objective case.
Yeah, the table as well.
Case, nominative, pronouns who, whoever, used in sentences as the subject of a verb or predicate nominative. Case, objective, pronouns whom, whoever, used in sentences as the direct object of a verbal, object of a preposition, or subject of an infinitive. Case, possessive, pronouns whose, whosever, used in sentences to show ownership. Examples. Okay.
Oh, you will continue, but let me. Have you ever used who's ever before?
I don't think so.
Not really. Not really.
Not really. So this is the what the person or what the tutor at Khan Academy was saying, that because of the lack of usage of specific words in English language, these words seem to come to an end. Like these words seem to die. So the word like who's ever.
Who's ever when I'm
When what?
I only use who's ever when I'm mad. Like when I'm mad and shouting at someone in English, I would say like who's ever.
Yeah, it means that you are a well-educated, angry person. A well-educated, angry person. What he's trying to say is that whom is coming to an end, same like who's ever. So I just wanted to get your attention to whenever we stop using a word, it goes like worldwide as an extinct word or like a dead word. Ruba, would you please continue reading the examples? I know who made this stew. Sorry, not Ruba, Judy.
Yeah. Okay. Examples. I know who made that stew. Cody snuggled with whoever was on the couch. Bob did not know whom the coach chose. Whose coat is that in the kitchen?
Yes. Is it the only thing about who in whom? Is it the only thing? Like, can we only have it in simple sentences? Can't we convert the sentence to make a question? We can. But first, let's answer this practice. Let's go start answering the practice, and then we will continue later on with whom and whose. Come on. Please work. Please. Okay, so summarizing the main points for today. Today, at the beginning of our class, we had this short, quick revision of what we, of the exercises that covered the part of possessive and objective cases. And we knew the difference between the two of them. We knew what's the common problems or the common errors that appear in the possessive pronouns, or in the case of possessive. And we knew the difference, and we knew that these mistakes are most probably considered to be spelling mistakes rather than grammar mistakes. That's the first point, and that's what we were talking about for the first half of our class. Next, we started talking about the difference between who and whom, and we said that who is a subject, while whom is an object. Yani, in other words, who is the doer of the action, while whom is the receiver of the action, and whose shows possessive. Okay, in practice 18.2a, choosing who or whom. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Read the sentence, or read each sentence, write who or whom to complete each sentence. I'll ask Dareen to go first.
Yes.
Yes. So Dareen, based on our understanding of which one to be used as a subject, which one يعني, the doer of the action, and which one is being used as the receiver of the action, I would like to ask about number 2. Start with number 2.
Okay. Those are the volunteers. The mayor will honor. Okay.
Whom or who?
Who the mayor will honor?
Okay, it is followed by a complete sentence. It means that the mayor will honor the volunteers. So the mayor is the doer of the action, not the receiver.
So whom?
Whom?
Yeah.
Whom? Correct. Those
Miss, can
are
you
the
repeat the part of
volunteers
whom?
The what?
Can you repeat the part of whom?
The what?
The part of whom.
Yes. Whom is the receiver of the action. يعني it comes in the place of an object. So when reading a sentence, you have to determine who does the action. If it's already written there, so I'm only in need of a receiver. The mayor in the sentence, the mayor is the one who's going to honor the people, who's going to honor the volunteers. The volunteers are in the place of an object, am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I need an object, not a subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in need of an object, not of a subject. Thank you. Dari. Number 3. Yes. Number 3, I'll ask Mariam Whale. Are you there? The trip is open to anyone who or whom can read a map. Who? I'm talking about a doer of an action. Who can read a map? That's true. Who? WHO. Number 5. 5, I'm going to ask Sadine.
Miss,
Yes.
can we answer number 4 up to number 5? Because I don't know, I just kind of get confused in number 4.
Oh, we still haven't explained the questions.
Okay.
This is why I skipped the questions. I skipped number 1 and I skipped number 4.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Sadine sent a message, I guess. Sadine, you. Sadine Laufi. Okay, so Sadine, answer number 5. A good educator must be someone who or whom enjoys teaching. Ask yourself, is it a doer or receiver? Who? Correct. That's true. Thank you. Who enjoys education? Or enjoys teaching? Thank you so much. So a good educator must be someone who enjoys teaching. That's true. We will skip number 6 because it's a question. We didn't cover the questions yet. Number 7. The prize was given to the person who or whom answered the most questions correctly. That's number 7, and I will ask Sadine answered. Almost everyone answered. Afnan. Afnan, are you there? Arwa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you please answer number 7? The prize was given to the person whom or who answered the most questions correctly.
Who?
Who? Perfect. Correct. Thank you. Someone. Oh, Afnan Kamal was there. So who? Afnan. Okay. So the one who answered with a voice was Arwa. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Afnan, you may answer the coming one. It will be the last one in our class. Afnan, answer number 8. Jeanette is the person who or whom I supported during the campaign. Ask yourself, is it a doer or receiver? Yani, do I need a subject or object? Is it followed by a complete sentence or by not by a complete sentence. If it's followed by a complete sentence, then I have to use whom. So Afnan, what do you think? It's actually whom, because it's followed by a complete sentence and I need an object. We will go once more. We will go once more with the differences between who and whom tomorrow, inshallah. And we will complete the class, like we will complete the lesson of the when to use it in a question and the elliptical, using the pronouns in elliptical clauses. And what do I mean by elliptical clauses? That's it for today. We will
Miss?
continue tomorrow. Yes.
Miss, when it's a complete sentence, we use who?
Whom. When it's followed by a subject verb, like a complete clause, then you use whom, because most probably it's a converted word order. We will continue tomorrow, inshallah, with some other exercises. But until this happens, I want you to answer in your writing coach all in one page. Page 62 first. Did we answer 62? Of the possessive case. Of the possessive case, we didn't, right?
No, we did not.
Yes, we haven't. Right. So we will answer 62, the ones for possessive, in all in one, and I'm going to share, or like I'm going to create a discussion room in order to share your answers. Last time only 30 students participated. Now I want the 35 to participate because this is counted in your next assessment. Thank you so much. We will continue the same class, or we will go with the same class tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.